And welcome back. This is K24 this morning. And this being a Tuesday, we'd like to talk about how we can put money in your pockets, in your wallet, in your bags, hopefully not in the mattress in your house. And today we are focusing on alternative farming. Now, this is our question of the day. Let us know what you think about it. In what ways can we make alternative farming sustainable? In what ways can we make alternative farming sustainable? K24 across all social media networks, and right on your screen is our WhatsApp number. Let us know your thoughts. Speaking of which, I do have an able panel to help me have this conversation. We do have Joseph Karuga, the General Manager, Nyuki Hubs Kenya Limited. I like that name, Nyuki Hubs. So this is where Nyuki zote zinaishi, eh? Yeah. Okay, nice. Karibu tena sana. And also we have Japheth Atundu, the founder, Rabbit Empire Limited. We've spoken before.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about rabbits, and what has come to my mind is this Friday with Chef Manga. I don't know what is stopping us from having some nice rabbit meat so we can enjoy. But karibu sana to the show.
Welcome.
All right, let's start with you, Nyuki Hubs. For a very long time, people do not consider Nyuki farming or bee farming as farming per se. They think of it as one of those things that, you know, happens in the wild. Because a lot of honey for a very long time before the recent past, a lot of honey we used to get from the forest, from trees and natural hives that were being set up by bees. But now people are taking it seriously. How long have you been doing bee farming?
This is my 8th year of practice, but definitely I've been involved in beekeeping even before.
All right.
As a side hustle, when I used to work for other organizations. And that's when I came to learn about beekeeping.
Okay.
You'll be surprised by the end of this interview that among the product you get from the bees, most of the people know honey.
Yes.
And it's the cheapest among the product that you can get from bees.
Okay.
We have 5 other bee products, and that's what has informed us as Nyuki Hubs to provide a complete solution, a one-stop shop for beekeepers.
Okay.
Or any other person who is interested in beekeeping, whether as a user of the product or as a practicing beekeeper. And that's the Nyuki Hub, as you are saying, you like the name.
Yes.
Nyuki means bees because our business is bees. In the morning, noontime, evening, we talk bees.
Yes.
And then Hubs is a one-stop shop for all beekeeping activities.
All right.
Yeah.
Rabbit Empire.
Yes.
How long has Rabbit Empire been in existence?
Roughly 9 years.
9?
Yes.
So you have seen generation upon generation upon generation of rabbits.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how did it start? Did it start out of the blues? Was it like him? Was it a side hustle? Was it the main hustle? How did it start?
Okay, welcome viewers. My background is engineering, something that is far much different from rabbit keeping.
Okay.
And through my work, I was fortunate to work to several organizations, most of them outside the country. So one time I was coming for my annual leave, and in our local market there in Kakamega, there was an Indian brother who was buying all the rabbits in that local market.
He bought all
rabbits.
the rabbits, okay.
And you'll find, because there is this notion that rabbit keeping is a boy exercise, you will find the boys holding the rabbits by the ears, going to the market.
Okay.
So I was able to follow the boys, and then finally I landed up to the Indians. And by 2012, 2013, he was buying all the rabbits at 500 shillings.
Okay.
Whether they are small or big.
Okay. He would just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 later.
And he managed to buy all rabbits. So it started disturbing me. And I was like, what is in rabbits? So I was doing my own research now. And the findings from the research are very, very, very enormous. Rabbit is the most nutritious meat that God ever created for human consumption. Rabbit has got a very high multiplication effect.
Okay.
Rabbit skin can be used to do several things in terms of value addition. Rabbit urine is the best, especially when you are talking about organic farming. Rabbit urine is the best as a foliar feed.
Nilikuwa nangoja useme ati inakiwa corona.
Not really, not really. Even another client of mine was calling me yesterday. Akiniambia she has fibroids.
Okay.
So she was like, she has been told to take rabbit urine, which is not the case.
Okay.
Rabbit urine is just a foliar feed. You know, there is ammonium. The urine is high in concentration of ammonium.
And uric acid.
When you break it down, you get nitrogen. And nitrogen, you know, is a feed for all the crops.
Okay.
And apart from being a foliar feed, it is also an insect repellent. Yeah, so
the urine,
when you apply it on the leaves, these other small aphids and the rest will go away. So we are coming out now because of the potential in rabbit keeping combined, and you know very well that we're having a shortage of land. We are in times when if somebody has to think about entrepreneurship and agribusiness, you have to think about a product that requires very little land with maximum production. I believe rabbit keeping and what my brother Joseph is doing, beekeeping, suits that purpose.
Okay. You know, he has talked about the way rabbit farming has got all this, you know, good stuff, and I'm liking the conversation. And he mentioned that, you mentioned rather, that from bees alone we can get about 5 different products. Honey is one of them, like we have here. Very nice bottle. It's Nyuki Herbs, Savo Honey. What else do we get from bees apart from honey?
Thanks. Bees, they have 6 different products. One of them is honey. We have also what we call pollen, and that's why bees are known for pollination. Yes. So as they visit the flowers, they collect pollen for their own consumption in the hive, and the process they do the pollination. So pollen is one of the bee product. We also have what we call the propolis. Propolis is it's a tree product, the resins that they will collect. If you injure a part of the tree, it usually produces resins to control bacteria ingression. So bees collect that and they mix with the enzymes to make an antibacterial product called propolis, which can also be used in the industry to make things like Protex, some soaps, toothpaste and such. We also have royal jelly. Royal jelly is a key product in the existence of a colony or bees, because it's the queen bee, which is the mother of the colony, feeds exclusively on royal jelly. So that is one of the products that really it's very lucrative. Actually, a kilo of royal jelly goes for not less than 35,000 Kenyan shilling. A kilo. That's a farm gate price.
This is half a kilo.
Yes.
So you want to tell me that if I had 2 of these of royal jelly,
yes,
I have 35,000 in my
Kenyan
pocket.
shillings. Yes, and that's a farmer. Then if a retail, when you are doing it at retail, you should be retailing between 50 and 100,000 Kenyan shillings.
Okay.
Yeah. Then we have another bee product. It's not practiced much in Kenya, and that's why Nyuki Hub, we want to distort the norm by way of changing how the traditional way of doing beekeeping. We need to adopt the modern technology, which will help the farmers to be able to produce these products. With the way traditionally has been done, they may not be able to harvest anything more than honey and wax. Okay. But if they want to get to royal jelly, they want to get to bee venom. There is a product called bee venom. Yes. Bee venom is that poison
from the sting. From the sting.
Yes. There is a technology to milk that bee venom, and that's where we want, as we gradually grow with our farmers and partner with them, that at some point we are able to help beekeepers produce even bee venom. Okay. That way they are assured.
Which is also used in creation of medicine, anti-venom, of course, for stings, for beauty products, and so on and so forth.
Yeah,
okay.
True. So that is how the journey we want to work with our beekeepers, helping them to understand that. But before then, they need to be sure of the quality of the equipment that they have. Okay. So as Nyuki Hubs, we have come up with 4 main areas of intervention to distort the norm. One of them is the technology itself, the transfer of the technology by way of the knowledge, educating the farmers, helping them to understand the importance of beekeeping, the best practices in beekeeping. and also the modern technology, where the world is in matters beekeeping.
Yes.
Then 2 is by way of providing the technology itself, the hardware now, the equipment. We have the range of equipment, name them the modern hives, we call them Langstroth. We have centrifuge.
Okay.
We have
and the centrifuge is used to extract now
the honey.
Okay.
Because ordinarily, how traditionally it's done, most of the beekeepers would cut the cobs and then
destroy them.
And that is maybe at night, without proper protection.
Okay.
So they are doing it hurriedly. So they would cut, mix honey, wax, the juveniles, the eggs, and sometimes even the bees. So they would, when they crush the bees, of course, it will have produced the venom. So what you get from
it's
that,
a very crude honey.
yeah, I would call it a cocktail. It's a mixture of all those bee products.
Okay.
So we want to have them separate those products, and we buy those products separately, so that they realize the business sense in the beekeeping.
Okay. I'll get to now the whole process of honey production, extraction of the wax, and the royal jelly and the venom, like you mentioned. I want to jump back to the rabbit farming, and rabbit has got other products as well, apart from just meat. The ones that I know at least are meat and the fur. Anything else? Oh, you've mentioned the urine, of course.
Yes.
So what else do we get from rabbits?
I want us to talk about meat, so that when we are talking about, you can value add meat into several products.
Yes.
You can do kebabs, can do sausages, which we are already doing. Yeah,
Rabbit sausages?
Yes, and they are the most wanted sausages today.
Okay.
Yeah, but when we are talking, the business about rabbit centers on the value of rabbit meat. And I can't leave this studio without mentioning that, as I said, rabbit meat has the lowest cholesterol. We are living in times when we are ailing, lifestyle challenges, and the only way we can take back our bodies to factory setting is by eating rabbit meat, which has the least
amount of cholesterol.
That's around 4.2%.
Okay.
Rabbit meat has got the highest digestible protein. When you eat rabbit meat, you cannot see the allergies and the side effect of it.
Oh, so that means because allergies are brought by all these
Yes.
different proteins that we get from different sources.
From different sources.
So this one, once you eat it, it is almost completely digested, so nothing affects you after.
Completely digested and assimilated into the body.
Okay.
It is such tender, it's very tender in the way that it doesn't even disturb 5-6 months of any child from eating rabbit meat.
So that means a newborn baby who's getting into weaning
Yes.
can enjoy rabbit meat and not have any
side effects.
Any side effects, or even okay.
We are also saying that it is suitable for breastfeeding mothers, those convulsing. Rabbit meat again has got a lot of vitamin C. We are talking about a time when everybody wants body immunity because of the obvious pandemic we are having. So we are telling people that you have to eat rabbit meat for you to survive these hard times. Rabbit meat has got selenium.
Okay.
Selenium is an anti-aging agent. What I mean is that you can eat rabbit meat and then you age gracefully. Somebody can look at you, you are real 50, but somebody will say you are 35.
Okay.
People who care about their bodies, people who care about their lives, are coming out now to ask, where is the rabbit meat? Because of the value. I have a doctor, a pastor, who came from India from a heart operation. And he was told that when you land in Kenya, make sure that you eat rabbit meat. So the first thing for him to do was to look for the rabbit producer.
Okay.
And now, apart from eating rabbit meat, he's also selling. It is already a business that he's already doing. The skin is able to make a number of products. We are doing laptop bags.
Oh yeah, like this one, just if I can be allowed to show them.
Yes.
This is one of the bags that you're making from
the rabbit skin.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're saying it's a laptop bag.
It's a laptop bag. Yes, it's a laptop bag.
Okay. Naona hapa ndani kuna laptop, saki kuitoa. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then we are also doing carpets. We are doing dashboards.
And this one you're doing as Rabbit Empire?
We are doing as Rabbit Empire in collaboration with an association of rabbit farmers.
Okay. Because
we have had to bring all the rabbit farmers in one basket. The challenges in rabbits is that if you are doing rabbits selfishly or as an individual, you will not go far. Because we need a massive production, and because of that, even before COVID, we had to invite all the rabbit farmers in a meeting where they had to register an association called Rabbit Farmers and Innovations Association.
Okay.
That takes care of the training and general husbandry and matters rabbits at the grassroots. Okay, just hold on. I want us to take a look at WhatsApp as well, because I understand we have a couple of you giving us your feedback, and this is what you're saying. Hi, I am Owen from Kimunye, Kirinyaga. Which is the best type of rabbit? Thank you very much, Owen, for your question. We also have someone saying, morning movie, I have 156 acres of land with loads of bees. Where? How can I collaborate with Nyuki guy? Help me in starting the bees business. Big T, Ole in Namanga. Okay, thank you very much, Ole from Namanga. We shall definitely be giving you their contacts, but the question that we're asking you today is, in what ways can we make alternative farming sustainable? In what ways can we make alternative farming sustainable? Thank you for your questions as well in regards to you saying that you have all this land and you want to get into the business and what kind of rabbits you can engage in. We'll get to the types of rabbit in a short while. But, you know, Joseph, you were saying in terms of just getting all these products, all this, I think you've mentioned about 5 of them, and you're having all this, then someone would say probably beekeeping is an expensive venture, because now if I have to buy a centrifuge machine, if I have to buy, you know, the specific kind of hives, is this something that anyone can start today, or it is something that they need to like get probably millions or a loan from a bank to start it?
Not really. In fact, beekeeping, I would say, would be one of the cheapest agricultural enterprise. And one way that is cheap is because the running cost is almost zero. It's very minimal running cost. Maybe it may look expensive at the beginning. And once you start well, then it becomes sustainable. So we are looking at a package of around 10 hives, which I would say that would be a good package to start. And you realize your return on investment within between 14 and at most 18 months. That would cost you, with all the accessory, with all the 10 hives, you have 10 hives, you have a centrifuge machine, you have the protective gear, you have the smoker to help you manage your bees when you are harvesting.
Yes.
You have the processing items like sieve and such. So it has allowed 12 items.
Yes.
It cost you 158,000, including training, because training is an integral part of beekeeping. Okay. So then thereafter, if you realize your return
just to mention the money again, 158,000. Let's round it off to 160. So with 160,000, I have training, equipment.
Yes, training and all the equipment, and 10 hives. We mentioned 10 because that is a package, or that's a number that you'll be able to realize your return on investment and able to cater even, because that is the production unit. So it should be able to give you money to pay for even other items. So with the 10, within 14 to 18 months, you realize your return on investment. And the beauty about it is that then after that, the subsequent years, you have over 90% of the revenue you get as profit. Because nothing you are plowing back, you are not buying seeds, you are not buying fertilizers, you are not taking them for AI and such. They will do it on their own. So that's the beauty about beekeeping. So at first it may look expensive, the 150, which for a real business person, it's not really expensive. But subsequently, you are able to realize good money, and you can now expand. The other beauty about beekeeping, you don't need acres of land. I have seen one question about 156 acres. Yes. The potential in that farm, it should be more than even 1,000 hives. Because with 10 hives, you use 20 by 20 meters square. 20 by 20 meters square, roughly the size of half this studio? Yes. You have your 10 hives. Then bees moves from 3 to 5 kilometer radius. So even if you have an eighth of an acre, you also take advantage of your neighborhood.
Yes.
And it doesn't matter who...
The topography, the trees and everything else.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who is your neighbor because they will never take you to achieve because your bees visited their farm. If anything, you have even done, you have pollinated their fruit. If there is a coffee farmer, if it's an avocado farmer, if you are doing sunflower, so they will have pollinated
That was
them.
actually my next question. In what areas can we have bees? Because in this country we have arid, semi-arid, we have this, cold places and the forested areas, the Mount Kenyas and so on and so forth. What is the right temperature or the best temperature for bees to thrive? Is it anywhere? Can I grow them, for example, in Turkana? Or rather, can I keep them in Turkana? Can I keep them in the coast? Can I keep them Mount Kenya region?
Okay, there is a notion. There are areas that we call honey belts. And there are people who are interested with what we would call organic honey. So areas like Baringo where there's not much of other agricultural activities like crop farming. So people would prefer those areas, but that doesn't mean that's the only area that you can produce honey. We have people producing honey in Kiabo, amidst the coffee plantation. We have those, myself, I run my apiary in Nyandarua, which is a very cold area. So we get bees that are well adapted for different areas.
Okay.
But maybe you realize in some region, it's doing much better because maybe the end product you are looking at organic honey. If then you are looking for that, then you go for to areas that maybe grazing and animals is it's key there.
Okay.
But other cultivated areas, people might have question about how organic your product is.
Okay, we'll talk about the different kinds of honey as well, and also talk about the issue of importation of honey because we've heard of very bad honey from the Asian countries. We'll talk about that shortly. But Mr. Tundo, if from what he has mentioned also, there's a question that someone asked, the type of rabbits. From my agriculture, and I think also home science. Nakumbuka kulikuwanga na chinchilla, if I'm not wrong. Kulikuwanga na California white, I think.
Yes.
In Kenya, do we have all these species or we just have like specific ones?
We have around 47 different types of breeds.
In Kenya?
In Kenya.
Okay.
Those that were in our syllabus, of course, they are around 5. And I believe our syllabus mostly was working with rabbits that are ideal for meat. So out of the 47, you will find around 9 of them outperform the rest in terms of meat production. So we select those 9 breeds are the ones that we are working with. And we'll talk about New Zealand, California, Chinchilla, Flemish Giant, Dutch, Checkered, and the rest. Coming back to the question of my listener, the ideal breed depends on the purpose of the breed.
Right.
We have ornamental rabbits, rabbits that will keep to make you happy within the compound. And there we are talking about...
keep you company.
Yeah, we are talking about Palomino, we are talking about Angora, very fluffy rabbits, and even checkered. There are people who keep rabbits, as I've mentioned, for meat production, and we will go for those rabbits.
Yes.
There are some people in the laboratory. Those ones, of course, will not select which rabbit because the anatomy of the rabbit is the same.
Okay.
But again, one of the purpose of rearing rabbits, of course, is for analytical reasons. And of course, I've mentioned urine and the droppings. They are the best. The rabbits have got the best droppings and the best urine for organic farming. Okay.
So, Mr. Tundo, sorry, I'll cut you short there. We need to take a short break. But when we come back, we'll still continue talking about the species, and especially the best ones for meat, such that kuna mtu yeye anataka tu kufungua butchery ya sungura. Yeye hataki kujua wao sijui faa. All right, so we'll talk about that in a short while. And of course, keep engaging us as far as our conversation is concerned. Are you a farmer? Are you doing beekeeping, for instance? Are you a rabbit farmer? Have you learned anything new? Talk to us. We'll be right back.